Morning all, it's Carson here from Broxwell and I'm here today with my colleague Eugene. We're here today to discuss the importance of flotation wheels. So Eugene, it's a hot and dry year. Why should farmers still consider wide wheels?
It's a very great question, Carson. So wide wheels are just as important in any year, whatever the conditions. They save time, they save fuel, and they increase yield. So while you may not notice the tangible factors of wide wheels in a dry season that you would in a wet season, so low pressure, which then leads to increased traction, increased flotation, you'll still notice and get the intangible benefits. So the saving time, saving fuel, increasing the yield. And the other factor that's very important is preparation. Preparation is vital in farming. We've seen in previous years where it's been dry and then suddenly change in weather patterns, change in weather, and people have been caught out with it being very wet and not having the equipment that they need. Do you think, Carson?
Yeah, that's very good. Just to pick up on your point about increasing yield, that's so important nowadays. With wide wheels, we can really maximise the potential. Secondly, what should farmers consider first when choosing wide wheels?
Another great question. Really, it's very much an individual thing. What might work for one person doesn't necessarily work for another. So you need to be looking at your specific requirements, what you're looking to get out of your wheels, what work are you doing, and what you're looking to achieve. And then you find a wheel and tyre solution that matches those. So it's always best to speak to a specialist for that. The other thing, we've got a wheel mastery guide, which I'll put a link to in the description. This helps you with what you should be thinking about when you're looking at wide wheels.
That's very good. So how early should people be placing orders for new wheel sets?
Well, really, we all know the answer to this question. It's the earlier the better. With the season finishing earlier this year, harvest finishing sooner, people will be wanting to get onto the land sooner. So if you're wanting to get drilling early, don't be waiting until August to start thinking about your wide wheels.
That's very good. So when farmers are buying wide wheels, have you noticed any key mistakes that they make?
Yeah, one of the main mistakes that we notice is the setup after they've brought the wheels, and people not realising the benefits that they can get from setting up wheels correctly, having the correct ballasting, the right pressure in their tyres. So this is really important, and it's well worth speaking to a specialist on this. The other one we notice is not having the right wheels in the first place, not speaking to a specialist who can look at what your requirements are, what you're looking to achieve, because not always is going wider better. Sometimes you can get better results from going narrow.
That's very good, Eugene. So it's very important to consider the advantages of VF tyres and also a standard tyre. Just depends on what your application is. So finally, how do wide wheels affect drilling and cultivation performance specifically?
So we know wide wheels obviously increase time saving, increase fuel saving, and increase yield. But specifically for drilling and cultivation, when you're drilling, it gives you a nice, even, consistent drill depth. And if you can get your pressure from 1 bar down to below 0.6 bar, we've seen an up to 15% increase in yield in the area where the wheels are running. So a massive benefit there. And then for cultivation, obviously, you're reducing your wheeling, so then you're not having to go back through with a subsoiler, so you're saving, again, time and fuel. Does that make sense, Carson?
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, we've seen it in the past, incredible savings to be had on time and fuel usage, in some cases down by 10%. And that's purely through running the latest tyre technology, such as VF tyres. So, yeah, thanks for listening. And if there's any need you have for wide wheels, then do get in touch. We'd be very glad to help you out. Thank you.